Before we get into our video today, we do want to give a shout out to Makeshift Marble Runs. We had the opportunity to hop across the pond there and participate in one of their tournaments that they did.
A bit of drama further back as Gary Pit bumps
Here's
Rennie
a little bit of a clip
off the
of
track,
what happened.
and it's the
We're
same
that
story
purple
up
marble,
front as
knocking the
TND
black
Marble
marble off
Entertainment
the
knocked
course
Phoenix
there.
off as well.
And here's the slow-mo replay on that. We were not happy about that procedure, so we have sent our marble to his room, and he is to get no dessert for the next 30 days. We don't play dirty in our TD&D Marble League. However, to replay that, mentorship group Utopia is going to run under the Makeshift Marble League for the remainder of the season. And with talking about sponsorship, let's take a look at our current sponsorship standings. Actually, it's Purple Unicorn 17 leads the way with 35 points, with Kit Maniac with 30. And just to give you a highlight, this is how the league breaks down. The Tier 3 marbles, those ones that have been sponsored, Tier 2, and Tier 1. If you have any desire at all to sponsor any of the marbles that are up there, you're allowed to sponsor one marble per tier unless your marble gets promoted out of the tier. Just drop us a message in the lines below, and we'll make sure that can happen for you. As far as our tier league is going, this is how we stand after one event. Apocalypse is leading the way with 25 points. This week we're going to do a funnel endurance. Unlike a normal funnel race, here you want to show endurance, which means that you want to be the last one down off the funnel, not the first one. In order to do this, we're going to break everybody up into 4 groups, just like we did in the first video. So here's our grouping stage. It does not matter at what position you come down. All this is doing is determining if you're going to be in the green, the yellow, the red, or the blue. While we're waiting for these last couple marbles to come down, I would strongly encourage all of you to go and check out Makeshift Marble Runs. He has an interesting channel. Really enjoy watching his stuff, and we're going to support each other's channels as we grow. Here's how the groups break down. Now let's go ahead and get this show started. Alright, let's hop on to the green group first. You gotta start somewhere, so let's start with the green. 4 marbles in there, they're dropped down. Now we have decided that we are not going to interfere with the track at all unless you are the last marble coming down. If you decide you're going to get held up and you're the last marble, judging and scoring will jump in there. They will make sure that all the marbles move along in a nice pace, but outside of that, we are not going to stop you if you are one of the earlier marbles and you get stuck. So we get Rocky Start getting ready to make a drop down, followed quickly by Swirling and Whirling. Cyclops Eye makes a drop, but he's being strategic. He's going to hold up there. And there's Cheesy Cheetah moving along. Rocky Start's continuing on down that pipe. And he's going down there pretty fast, and you don't want, remember, speed is not what you want on this. This is the endurance. Rocky Start decided he's kind of caught up to this concept. He held himself up in that funnel till Whirling and Swirling came along and knocked him out. Whirling and Swirling hesitated. Rocky Start's speeding down this course, which under normal conditions, and later on we will do a speed funnel, but this is not the time. And there goes Rocky Start coming across at about a 115, Whirling and Swirling. There's Cheesy Cheetah, and Cyclops Eye is going to complete out this round. So Cyclops Eye and Cheesy Cheetah are going to advance on to the semifinals. And now we have the yellow group. Yellow group is off and running. We have Osiris, Apocalypse, Serpent's Kiss, and it looks like Stormfront. Stormfront is the first one down to that second tier with Apocalypse right behind him. Apocalypse actually is our current league leader. Apocalypse has dropped down. Now he's running in that 1st/4th place, the place you don't want to be in. Osiris is right behind him. That looks like Serpent's Kiss hanging out at the top. He's putting a little bit of distance in between himself. That's good strategy on his behalf. Apocalypse and Osiris are still advancing down the course faster than the other two marbles. Osiris looks like he's taking that drop. He's taking the drop. He's down one funnel ahead of everybody else. Apocalypse continues to remain... Oh, no! That looked like... I'm not sure which one that was. Maybe that Stormfront. He made a jump in front of Apocalypse, but now Apocalypse has made the jump back in front of him. Serpent's Kiss is remaining. Now he's almost 2 full funnels behind everybody else. That's going to be great news for if you're a Serpent's Kiss fan. Now Cyrus is going to take that 4th. Apocalypse is going to take the 3rd. They will be eliminated out. Will not be advancing to the semifinal league. There's Stormfront. And Serpent's Kiss is taking the victory lap, working his way down, and comes across in the 130s. Serpent's Kiss, Stormfront advance on to the semifinals. Now let's go into the red group. Marbles in, they're released. We have Sweet Caramel, Deep Blue Sea, Excalibur, and it looks like Nephil. Deep Blue Sea is working their way down faster than everybody else. And then it looks like Nephil is right behind them with Sweet Caramel and Excalibur. All grouped up into one, but Deep Blue Sea is going to make that jump forward. Nephil dropped, but she held up in that tunnel, so that might be a benefit to her. Sweet Caramel is taking over the 3rd place, and there's Excalibur coming down behind everybody else. Now we have Deep Blue Sea and Caramel making a rush to be in that 4th position. Nephil and Excalibur are taking their time coming down. So we have 2 there, 1 full funnel ahead of the other 2. With 1 funnel left to go, Deep Blue Sea drops down to that funnel. Sweet Caramel is right behind them. And as soon as Sweet Caramel drops down to the last funnel, Nephil and Excalibur fall down 2 funnels out. Deep Blue Sea finishes in 4th. Sweet Caramel finishes in 3rd. All we have to do now is wait to see who finishes 1st and 2nd. It won't matter. Both of them advance on to the semis. Excalibur goes ahead and takes the 3rd. Nephil takes the 1st position. Now for the blue group, let's find out the last 2 competitors that we're going to have. Moving on to the semis. We have Zombie, we have Sherbert, we have Greenfields, and Speckles Freckles. Sherbert takes the 1st drop with Greenfields right behind him. We still have 2 up in that top one. Here comes Zombie. Judging and Storming's going to jump in. Speckle Freckles got a little bit tied up there. 2 funnels down. We now have Grassy Fields and Sherbert both running. If you take a look at the sponsorship, you'll notice that Purple Unicorn is in fact the sponsor of both of those. For those that are not following this league, the reason why they are able to have 2 is because Sherbert was actually a Tier 4 marble that got promoted out, and because they were identified before the start of the Tier 3 events, Purple Unicorn gets to maintain both sponsorships on those. But if they don't sit there and turn it around, they're not going to receive any points this week, so then it wouldn't really matter. But we'll see how this turns out. One of those 2 needs to end up in the top 2 in order to at least assure any form of points this week. But it does not look good for them, as now both of them are down into that last funnel, with Zombie 2 funnels, or a full funnel behind, and Speckles Freckles a funnel behind them. Orange Sherbert has finished. Grassy Fields is finished. Here comes Zombie. Speckle Freckles finally drops into that last funnel. He's taking his victory lap, taking his time. Time really doesn't matter anything at this point. It will matter when we get to places 5 through 8. And there you go, Speckles Freckles with a 145.15. So, positions 9 through 16 are set. Semifinal Group A. Top 2 finishers in this will advance on to the finals. There we are. We got Cheesy Cheetah, Stormfront, Cyclops Eye, and Serpent's Kiss. Stormfront and Cyclops Eye are now one full funnel ahead. Cheesy Cheetahs has moved down to join them. Serpent's Kiss is up above. Stormfront is now almost a full funnel ahead of Serpent's Kiss. Followed very quickly by Cyclops Eye, but they're going to get kind of held up there for a second until Cheesy Cheetah comes along and pushes them along. Serpent's Kiss has remained almost a full. Now is 2 full funnels ahead. Now we're back to 1 full funnel ahead of Stormfront. Cyclops Eye has made the drop. However, at the same time that they made the drop, Stormfront is now 2 full funnels ahead of Serpent's Kiss and continues to advance down this course at a rapid pace. Cheesy Cheetah moves in with them. We have Cyclops Eye and Serpent's Kiss up and above. It looks like they are going to be the 2 to move on as Cheesy Cheetah finally vacates out of that bottom funnel. Last 2 marbles left, Cyclops Eye, Serpent's Kiss. It's all about the pride now. Cyclops Eye is going to hold out and take first in this semifinal. Serpent's Kiss will move on to the final with Cyclops Eye. Now let's go to Semifinal Group B. They are released. Zombie, Nephil, Speckles Freckles, and Excalibur. First one dropped and held up. It was Excalibur. Decided don't want to get too far ahead. But they're running really slow. Both Excalibur and Nephil. Nephil slowed down a little bit. Zombies and Speckles Freckles. Speckles Freckles is holding up the rear, trying to hold out the other 3, outlast them. Excalibur is now in the lead coming down through this course. Nephil is right behind them. Speckles Freckles is in 3rd/2nd place, with Zombie leading the way. A full funnel behind Excalibur. Excalibur makes the curve around that bend. Nephil is right behind them. Here comes Zombie, followed by Speckles Freckles. Speckles Freckles is waiting to hold on, dropping. Excalibur is a full funnel ahead of him. Now 2 funnels ahead of Speckles Freckles is Excalibur. Nephil and Zombie is holding up. Speckles Freckles had a slight hold up there, but judging and scoring jumped in, making sure he continues to move along. Excalibur's already finished. Speckles Freckles is still 2 funnels out. We're getting down to that last funnel. Zombie's going to take the drop. Zombie's day is over. Here comes Nephil for the 2nd place, and Speckles Freckles is going to take 1st place in the 2nd semifinal. Speckles Freckles and Nephil will advance on to the finals. Zombie and Excalibur get to go home for this week. And there's our final standings. Now for the finals. Marbles are set. They're released. Serpent's Kiss looked like he was the first one out of there. Can he hold off and let some of the others drop down before him? And it looks like Nephil was the first one to drop. Cyclops Eye is right behind him. Freckles, Serpent's Kiss. Cyclops Eye currently is holding that 4th place coming down. But it looks like Nephil is going to take the drop first. So Nephil will be in 4th place. But Cyclops Eye is holding a very close position right behind him. Speckles Freckles comes down, drops into that funnel, but had a unfavorable bump against one of the others. Serpent's Kiss remains the last marble coming down the course. The other 3 are fighting it out to see who's going to get the silver, who's going to get the bronze, and who's going to go home without a medal this week. Nafil is one funnel out from the finish. The other 3 marbles are still working their way down. Nafil drops down, 1 funnel to go. Cyclops Eye, Speckle Freckles, there are 2 funnels out. Serpent's Kiss was 3 funnels out. Speckles Freckles falls down into the last funnel. Here comes Cyclops Eye right behind them. Serpent's Kiss is pulling up the very tail. We can pretty much lock this one away unless there's some sort of unwanted bump, but it's not going to happen. Speckles Freckles takes the bronze. Cyclops Eye takes the silver. Serpent's Kiss takes the gold. Woo! What a race that was. Let's go ahead and go over to our award presentation real fast. There's our final standings for today's event. Serpent's Kiss is on the top. You can follow the rest of them all the way down. After 2 events, this is how we stand, with Cyclops Eye currently holding the first place position, with Apocalypse right behind him. And here's how our sponsors break down. We have Prink Pug sitting at the bottom with no points, with Crocodile Coolness with 2 points. Makeshift Marbles, our newest one, is tied with Marble Master with 4 points. All the way up to Purple Unicorn with 35. Tojo made a jump up to second place, 1 point behind Purple Unicorn. And that concludes another episode off of T&D Marble Entertainment. We're excited that you have chosen to watch our videos. We look forward to seeing you next time. If you look down at the bottom of the screen there, you see the like and share. By all means, please like us and definitely share us with your friends. Spread the word around. Help us to grow. Help our channel to move on. And if you want to be notified of all future events, by all means, hit that subscribe button. And if you hit the subscribe button, don't forget to ring the little bell there so that you can be notified of our future events. All marbles have feelings, and we want you to remember to treat all marbles with respect. So this is Terry from T&D Marble Entertainment. We're signing off, and we just want you to remember, if nothing else, you need to keep on rolling.